Hey everyone, this is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host, and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know, I always start my show off being grateful, or I prefer to say thankful for everything. Just being here, being above ground. It's beautiful in Trinidad now. It's raining. The rainy season has started. I think today is what, the 2nd of June, and the rainy season is from June to November. Rainy season or hurricane season. We just have two types of weathers here, sunny and rainy, although we have that throughout the entire year. But the hurricane season normally starts from June to November each year. And it wasn't raining for me in my area yesterday, but it started really pouring all day today. It just stopped for a brief moment, and I'm sure it will start back again. You know, people like to have rain when they're sleeping, when they're going to bed at night or early in the morning. Yeah. During the day, it's kind of icky, especially if you have to move around, but that's okay. I love it. It cleans the air. So you get nice, fresh air, and it's just calming to your spirit. So I really want to be appreciative and thankful for that. Yeah. So I have with me Raphael. Tell me again.
Rafal.
Raphael.
Rafal.
Because I am so programmed to say Raphael. So Raphael. So sorry.
No
Raphael
worries.
Wolf. I think I'll just call him Wolf. Yeah? Wolf. That's easier. Wolf. So he is in Chicago right now. Imagine that. And I'm in Trinidad and Tobago. So we are talking to each other. And what are we going to be talking about today? How to get clients for your coaching practice. Let me repeat that. How to get clients for your coaching practice. A common question that a lot of us who are entrepreneurs or online entrepreneurs, whether online or otherwise, want to know, how can we build our practice, get clients? So you start your business. Where is the clients? Where is the money? Show me the money. Yeah. And what you need to do that. So clearly, my friend here, Wolf, has been quite successful in doing so, that he wrote a book about it, and we will showcase that a little bit later. And let me tell you a bit about Wolf, Raphael. Yes, I think I got it right.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Raphael, yes. Let me tell you a bit about him. He is a life and business coach, and he loves sharing and coaching people to have the same life breakthroughs that has personally worked for him and that he has experienced, to help him reach whatever goals he has created and to be whoever he would like to be. And for those of you who want to be yourself, just be who you are. He's here to coach you and to work with you and to share his experience on being who he is, loving who he is. Self-acceptance is it really? By bashing whatever limiting thoughts and beliefs that you might have about yourself, your abilities, and the world. And he says that is exactly what he's passionate about talking about. He has a Facebook page, but I wouldn't show the Facebook page really, because Facebook tends to be a bit too active on my profile, and I really don't want to show that up. So if he has a website, Rafal, do you have a website?
No, I shut down my website.
You
I'm not a
shut down
fan
your
of
website.
websites. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, clearly that's probably one of the tips he has to share about getting clients. I don't know. But because
It's
most
definitely
people,
an idea in there.
okay, good. So we're going to share that, because it's strange for me to hear that somebody shut down their website and they're getting clients. Clearly, this will be an interesting conversation. Welcome officially, Rafal, to Between the
Thank
Lines.
you. Thank you for having me. I hope I can provide some enlightening answers to your questions.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you would. Especially, let's start off with not having a website. So tell
Yeah,
me, what's the
absolutely.
decision? Tell me what's the decision behind that? Because the first thing that you're told, especially if somebody is coaching you, is, hey, you need a website. And especially if you're looking to get clients, it's the most professional thing to do. It's the most structured thing to do. And then
Yeah.
you support that with a Facebook, yes, or Twitter.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely the first thing you hear, and that's where a lot of people fall and get stuck. And that is why I'm very, very excited to share that you do not need a website.
I would love
And
to hear why.
yeah, okay. Well, the first thing that a lot of people here, especially coaches, is that you can't possibly get clients unless you have a website.
Right.
But if you are a coach, then you're a thinking person. You really have to think through this process very clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is that you are told that you need to have a website. The only thing that I've heard that anyone's always told me is that how are people supposed to learn about you and find you if you don't have a website,
Right.
correct?
Yeah,
And
that
therefore
makes
you need a
sense.
website. And when you have a website that says exactly who you are and what you do, then clients will just come.
Of course.
Of course. Well, there are thousands of coaches who invest thousands of dollars in their website and in their content, and they don't get any clients because that is not real work, setting up a website. And to get clients, you have to work and connect with people. And no matter what people read about you on your website, it's not even going to give them a 10% idea of what you could really do for them that's going to cause them to reach out to you and start a relationship with you. It's
Yeah.
possible you can have ClickFunnels, then some people have a lot of success with that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take all that energy and money and invest it into actually helping people, you'll have 100 times more success with the personal interactions you have with people, where they get to see who you are one-on-one, or people who are so excited about you that they're telling other people about you. It's worth so much more than a website that it's not even worth going there. And if you need to have online presence, then I believe that you can have that on Facebook. People can see what you do, the material you share, and they can decide if they want to reach out to you. But having a website, besides that everybody has a website, so what makes you different than everyone else, is a waste of time and money. And so many coaches are actually very relieved to hear that, because they don't want to make a website in the first place. And when you're busy wasting your energy on things that you don't want to do, then it stops you from getting clients.
Wow. I think we could end the show right there, Rafal, because
That's totally
yeah.
that. If that was one thing I could share with you, then I am happy. And and you said that people, we hear that you need to have a website in order to be the most professional. So in my book, I don't talk about it so much about the professional aspect as much as in my upcoming book, which is called Speak Up, which is talks to this needing to be professional fear.
Yes.
If you forget about the need to be professional, you'll be so much more comfortable and confident just doing what feels best for you, as opposed to going into this area of technology that might not be perfect for you. And you can make any career successful in the way that feels best for you without having to do anything outside of your area of expertise.
You're making some extremely valid points. And let me touch on the last one that you just mentioned about the fear of technology. I can tell you, and people are afraid of this technology. Doing a website, having to maintain it themselves, the cost behind it, hiring somebody to do it, trusting somebody to manage the content and keep updating it. The whole thing about attacks on the website, protecting it, cybersecurity, stealing information, putting up a store, people stealing people's credit cards. It's a host of things if you really go into it. And not only that, just the whole idea of having a website, making sure it's up, alive, updated. And you're like, oh my God, I need to write blogs. I need to create content. Oh my God, I don't have time for that. If I have to do all of these things, when am I doing the business? So your point is extremely valid. Let's jump to the first point about going back to the old school, Rafal. Old school. Old school says interact with people. Stop making the technology be the way you speak to people. Technology is a tool. Yes, it is helpful. It is useful. It has its time and place. But old school still works. Old school.
Not only does it still work, that's the best way to get clients. And a lot of people aren't doing that. So you have a lot of opportunity out there. If you want to jump into that, you'll get much more clients than everyone else who is struggling.
Yeah, you take that money that you're going to be spending in the website, hosting, hiring somebody to update it, spending the time to write blogs, or somebody you pay to write the blogs, get images. I mean, it can go into a whole host of things. You can go to a networking event that costs you less and you would have fun at the same time and meet new people. You can attend a conference, which can help you to educate yourself and prepare you even more and help you to sell yourself to people. They know what you can offer. You
Yeah.
can set up meetings. You can join an association that would allow you to interact and be involved in a committee or some sort of volunteer program that people will see the skills that you have.
Absolutely.
Old school, Rafael, old school. It works, but why is it that people are shying away from that is the question. Why is
I'll
it?
tell you why.
Tell
The,
me.
the very harsh answer is
Mhm.
because they are lazy.
Oh my God. And
They
here is where I'm going to cut you off.
they think that by being busy with their website and
Yeah,
busy creating content and busy with everything
yeah,
that doesn't put them in front of clients means that they're doing everything they can for their business and they're working so hard. But
yes,
you're like a hamster spinning on a wheel. You're going nowhere. And
yeah,
that doesn't make you busy. That means you're too lazy to do the actual work that might make you uncomfortable actually
yeah,
interacting with people. And
yeah,
I've spoken with coaches who want to coach people, but they are uncomfortable being in conversation. Well, then you have a problem. No matter what content you're putting out or what kind of website you have, if you can't engage someone within conversation, which so many of us are running away from doing, right? They don't want to be direct. They don't want to make that confrontation, but that's what your job is.
is.
It doesn't have to be a confrontation. It's not focusing on yourself. Stop being afraid of how you're coming across and what you look at, and if you have credentials or if you're qualified enough. That's a big fear that people are hiding behind. So they'll do all these other things. They'll put up their website. They'll hope people will come to them for
Mm,
help, or people will go to them without them having to put themselves really out there.
yeah.
So in other words, that's laziness.
Yeah, and they're hiding. It's also a fear too. They're hiding behind
Yeah,
this facade of a pretty
absolutely.
website that has things, bells and whistles, everything is looking all organized to give the impression that
Yeah,
they're doing well. And I know there are a lot of people, I've come to that realization, that
yeah,
make these claims. And you would hear people come to me, Rafal, I would say, my God, I spent 10,000. Nobody has spent 10,000 US dollars with me yet. You understand? And I'm like, look at you, after you've spent 10,000s or thousands and thousands behind a coach or whatever it is, and you get no results. And when it's time for you to come to me now, because you have gone through so much and hurt and wasted money, you feel you don't even want to spend $10 with me. It's hard to spend $10 because you have been burned so badly with people who
yeah,
made promises to you. What would
yeah.
you say to somebody like that?
Well, it simply has to do with revisiting their commitment to being an expert in their field. And if they've been burnt too badly that they're not interested anymore, then you can't change their mind. But
Mm-hmm.
if they're coming to you for new hope and to see what you have to offer, it would be different than what everyone else was telling them. Because, like I tell my clients, I don't promise anything because
Mm-hmm.
you have to do the work. And when you work with me, you're committing to doing the work yourself, and I'm not going to make anything happen.
Yes.
I like comparing it to a gym that sells gym memberships. You're never going to get the gym telling you that if you buy a gym membership, you will come out all buff and fit. Because if you come into the gym every day with a lawn chair and you just sit there and say, hey, I came to the gym,
Yeah.
why is this not working? Well, it's because
Mm-hmm.
you have to use the tools available. And
Yeah.
only you can make those available, and you can have a coach guiding you and recommending what works and what doesn't work, what would be good for you and what's not good for you. But
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, it's up to you to keep up with that and to try that. So if
Yeah,
someone's been,
but people will say, why am I paying you as a coach? Why am I paying gym membership?
yeah, so why do people pay gym membership? Why do people hire a workout coach? Because that's the commitment to themselves to
Mm-hmm.
getting the results and to having someone in their corner backing them up, an outside perspective who can tell them
Accountability.
what they need to
Accountability.
do, what's
Yeah.
going wrong or what's going well. But no one ever did that without a coach. And
Yeah.
that's simply because we can't see where we're getting stuck, where we're so close to our own problems and to our
Yeah.
own lives that we don't know where we need to improve. And even if we do, but if we don't commit to ourselves by
Yeah.
having someone else holding us accountable
Yeah.
and giving us feedback, then it just doesn't work. And I tell people, you don't need a coach if you think you can do it without, but I've never seen anyone really succeed without a coach. Even, I mean, coaching came from the world of sports. Every professional sport player has a coach, even the experts, even Tiger Woods. still has a golfing coach, even though he's the best golfer. His coach is not better at golfing than him, but he can observe and
Mhm.
see what he's doing and where he can improve.
Yeah. And the coaches don't have to do anything. When coming back to the whole thing of sports, you don't see the coach running out there and doing the stuff. They are standing on the side
Yeah,
telling you what you need to, because they have done the work years ago and they know exactly what needs to happen. So they watch you and they
yeah,
make the corrections and they say, you go out there and do that now. You
yeah.
know, some people have even looked at that and said, look at your coach, he's so fat, he's so whatever. And he's
Right.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And I tell this to coaches also. I hear this, another fear that coaches have is that they can't help people until they're perfect.
Yes, yes.
And I said, you can only not help people if you're not perfect, if you have no one helping you.
Hmm.
But if you know that you can help people and you believe that having a coach is valuable, so you yourself need to work on yourself as well. You should have your own coach helping you.
Yes,
But
yes.
it doesn't mean you can't help people, even if you haven't perfected this. As long as you see something that would be helpful to guide someone and to point
Hmm.
them in the right direction, then why can't you do that? Stop looking at yourself and
Yeah,
just focus on the people that you're helping.
yeah. So then there's the potential for a lot of people to be coaches, because you don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to be trained to be a coach. Some people feel I have to be certified. I have this thing to slap on my website, a
Yeah.
big
Why?
nice award, you know.
Exactly. And why do people believe that they need to be certified? Because they're focused on themselves. And
Yeah,
how am I coming across? And no one's going to listen to me if I'm not certified.
that's
But
right.
if you forget about all those thoughts and think about, can I help people? Then go help people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're coming
That's
from
as
a
simple as
different
that.
You're coming
And
from a different perspective there, because even if you take away the word coaching, I mean, now that we're talking about it, Rafal,
yeah,
coaching has been around even before sports. People come to you, they give you advice, they see where you're going wrong as a child, you're growing up as a teenager. These people were coaching you. Your people in your
yeah,
community are
absolutely.
coaching you. you know, your teachers are coaching you in school, the people at your church, your whatever, they are coaching you. They may not have had the title of coach,
Yeah, exactly.
but that's what they have been doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they didn't have to be certified. You couldn't go up as a child and say, excuse me, ma'am, sir, who gave you the authority to say that you,
Exactly. Exactly.
you just took it like, this person's an adult. You look at it very generic and you say, this person's an adult. They're older than I am. They must have gone through a number of things before me, clearly based on their age. So if you're telling me something, it must mean that they have had the experience and they know a little bit more than I would.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. You're changing the whole, you're taking people back to old school now, Rafal. And,
Absolutely.
and we're in 2019. You're trying to get people to go back to the basics. Go
Oh,
back
I'm
to
not
the
I'm
basics.
not trying to make anyone do anything. If people want to be successful, that's how it's going to work. So, if they don't have to take my advice, and everyone is welcome to prove me wrong. I'm still going to believe what I believe.
That's right. And that's another point I want to bring out about you in the discussion, that you're comfortable with you,
Yeah.
and you're comfortable with your approach, and it doesn't really matter what anybody says. You know what works for you and you're good with that. You know yourself. You know, you know, this is what you feel comfortable with. You're not going to try something that somebody tell you that you're uncomfortable with just because that other thing may be working for them. So you're also encouraging people to just be themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not against trying new things. I mean, I myself have gotten certification. I myself have built a website. I know what that's all been like. I've been through that. And I'm not against trying new things, but if you're trying things that are not going to be directly interacting you with other people, those are called distractions. And you really have to recognize that distinction. What is really trying new things to work and what's just making a distraction to make you feel better as if you're working.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. These are awesome tips now. These are awesome tips. I mean, this is great. So your book, so we shared a couple of things. So tell me why you decided to write a book about it.
Oh, this book actually, my book, yeah, The Coach's Keys to Client Creation.
Yeah.
This was not something I planned on doing, but as I had gone through a coaching course and I had been with a lot of other fellow coaches who all struggled with all these things, and I was having a lot of conversations with them that all ended up being the same, where they were getting stuck, doing all the things that they were told to do, and the clients weren't showing up. The book just kind of happened by itself every time I wrote about it, and I just compiled it to help people, on a larger scale, that they could have conversations with me, but they could just read this book and have all those ideas that I kept on sharing with people just right there. That was really why that book came to be.
Nice. No, I listen to people who are authors, and I too am an author, and everybody says the same thing. I didn't plan on writing a book. It was.
No,
yeah,
that's true. It's true. But my second book was very planned and very, very excited for that to be coming out soon.
Well,
And
once you do the first one, the second one is always planned, because you're kind of getting sort of
yeah, it's very true. Very true.
Yeah, but the first one is like, I never had plans of writing a book. This just happened. People just keep asking me the same things over and over, and I was like, okay. Or some people were writing a journal, over the years, and it just suddenly became a book. So it's awesome that you have written a book, and it's great that you showed it there so people can see it is a book, it is real.
Yeah.
And it is on Facebook. And is it on Amazon? Could I hop over to Amazon?
It is on Amazon. It was actually, I self-published it through Amazon.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's the only place you can buy it.
All right. Let me see if I can grab a page here. Bring up Amazon. If I can spell Amazon. Amazon. And I'm going to do, let me share what I'm doing here. 1 second. All right. So you're seeing that?
Yeah. If you just search for my name, it should come up.
Yes.
Got to make sure you spell that right.
Yes, REPHOEL. Yes, see, came up there. Yay! There we are. Beautiful. And you've been getting some reviews, I see. You have 3 customer reviews so far.
Yeah.
What has been the feedback?
Oh, you could just scroll down and check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Don't take my word for it.
No, I'm not. I'm not trusting you. A must-have for life coaching. Very informative and answers so many questions that I had with myself and what I need to work on. Yes, give the person confidence. That's Maria with coaching and life. There's no magic door, Raphael. There's no magic door. Yes. Excellent book. Was an easy read and informative, as well as motivating and encouraging. Nice. Nice. So it's a great start for you. And there you are.
Yeah.
So we expect to see more books coming on this page from you.
Yes, coming very soon. You will see that.
Yes, and you have it in both Kindle and paperback, and it's pretty good prices too.
Yeah. I wanted to make that very, very affordable for everyone, even after they've been burnt out from so many other programs.
I know, right? Because it's like, what do I do? Who do I go to? Who do I choose? I'm confused. I'm overwhelmed. This is frustrating.
Yeah.
So we would recommend this book as a start. I would recommend the book as a start on my show for persons to get this book first. Get the Kindle version, make it a good read. And like I see here, let's see. Let me get it bigger here. Let's have a look. How to fill your coaching practice with all the clients you'll ever need. Yes, and I guess there's a sustainability approach in there as well. Raphael.
And it's a lot of what we've talked about today.
Yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. We don't want to give away all the tips now, Raphael, because else they will not read the book. They will not get the book. But
well,
I think,
as long as it'll change their life, I don't need them to read the book if they've gotten enough from this conversation alone.
Well, I think they have a very good start from this conversation. Anybody listening to this would feel, I can do it. I've thought of it, because I'm sure the things that we are sharing is nothing new to people. It's just that they're thinking about it. They're sitting in their own little space and thinking, I wonder, other people are doing websites, fantastic websites. I can't afford that. They could think, all those things they may be thinking to themselves and don't start. What you're
Yeah.
encouraging people is don't be paralyzed by watching
Right.
what everybody else is doing.
Right.
Just do you. Start with where you are. Nobody's saying don't ever have a website because you
Right.
had one and you decided, hey, that's not going to work for me. So
Right.
at some point you can have a website, but you don't need to start with one.
Right. For
Start with
sure.
where you are. Start with where you are, and that's awesome. This is
Yeah.
great. Any final comments, Rafal?
No, that's good. I think we gave people enough to think about today.
Yes, this is great. So you need to come back on my show, and share, what has been happening in your practice. Even before we go, let's let them know how you have been doing with your practice. How is it going for you?
Sure. Well, right now I'm loving it. I'm doing really, really exciting work with my clients and potential clients.
Mhm.
And I'm still on a journey myself. I have not reached the end, and I don't
Mhm.
plan on reaching the end until the end of my days.
Yes.
But it's been a really, really exciting journey, and it's one that I'm still on.
And one of the things that people are always concerned is not just a matter of attracting clients, but retaining a loyal clientele that they
Yeah,
stay
very
with
true.
you, because you can get someone, they just do one project with you and they go. The
Right.
main thing is really to have that person that you build such a fabulous relationship that they stay with you and they refer business to you. So you because everything is cash flow in your business. So you want to have a consistent cash flow that you
Right.
can say, okay, at the end of a month or every week, I know I am going to be making $10 every week, $100 every, so that you can budget. Because if this is the only way that you're making an income, you're not
Right.
doing it part time. You don't have a job and then this. You want to know that you have created an income, a sustainable income every month. What
Right.
what one tip that you can share with persons to retain and maintain a clientele?
I think the only way to really do that is to really be doing powerful work that your client keeps on wanting more. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the really only way, and the only way to keep doing powerful work is if you're continuously growing as a coach and
Mm-hmm.
continuously doing work on yourself as well.
Nice.
If your work ever ends, that means your client's also work can end.
Yes.
If you believe that all you need is you work on one thing or one project, then you're going to have a hard time retaining clients for the same reason. Once you've helped them in one area, they're going to feel like they're finished.
Yeah.
And that's great. It's great to give clients a feeling of finishedness, but we know that the work, there's always more to build on, always greater things
Yeah.
to build to. So yeah.
So to sum that up, you're saying your business grows as you grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you are stunted or you reach a plateau, then you're going to find your business reaching a plateau. So if you're asking yourself the question, why am I not getting clients? What's happening in my business?
It's
Think of
time
it.
to look at what's happening in
Yes.
your life.
Look at, yeah. I love that. It's a great way to end the show. Nice way to give people something to think about. Assess where you are, assess what's going on, see the ebbs and flows that was happening in your business before, and realize probably when things were happening, it's because you were growing, you were invested in you. Now you feel, oh, you have arrived, you're kind of stopped. No,
Yeah.
there's no arrived. There's no
Yeah.
destination. You
Right.
have to keep growing. You grow, and then your business will grow with you.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful, Rafal. This has been an awesome conversation in a short space
Thank
of
you.
time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. I enjoy this. Thank you so much for being on Between the Lines.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much.